Welcome to Bali and welcome to this house tour. This is Naya, I'm Papa, behind the camera is Mama, and this is our home in Bali. In this house we made 2 massive renovations, and at the end of this video we're going to show you all the before shots of what it looked like. But now I'm just going to take you around and show you what each of the rooms look like. This used to be a guest room, now it's my office where I work. We've tried to clean up as much as possible before this tour, but we have 2 kids and this is the best we can do, so sue me. This is my office, and also since we have a newborn, this currently also seconds as my hideaway bedroom when I need to get some sleep and Mama is with baby Koji in the bedroom, then I get some sleep here. So you can kind of call this my dorm room. Here's my work setup. I got a keyboard here that I just look at and feel guilty that I never practice. That's pretty much the purpose of that. Here's Naya's bike. Naya's bike. And this is her, not so long ago. Hi. And through the room here we have the office bathroom, but also like a guest bathroom. There's some big geckos, or chichas it's called in Indonesian, that lives up there. This bathroom was also completely renovated. We changed pretty much everything in this bathroom. Nothing was like this when we got the house. Let's go inside. The biggest game changer to what we did when we renovated this house was to close off the living room. This used to be open, and a lot of people who are visiting Bali are here for a short time. Open living seems very attractive to them, but once you've been here for a while and you've been through one hot rainy season, I think you realize how amazing it is to have an AC living space. So just a year ago, actually, we closed this off. And these are accordion doors, so even though we mostly use just this one door, they can actually all open, so they go all the way to the end. So this becomes a completely open space. And there's another huge upgrade that we made in this living room that I can only show you when it's dark. So I will show you that at the end of this video. But you want to stick around to that because that's really like a life-changing upgrade in this living room. We actually just got this yesterday, which I'm not a huge fan of. I ordered it online and I got it and I don't really like it. I think the color is fine, but I don't think this material fits this living room. So I think we got to reassess and get something new there. Here's a picture of us before we had kids, traveling to Egypt. Gotta keep some memories around. Another pretty cool item is this camera. This is from when I first got really into photography, and this was actually with this camera but I learned exposure properly. So I was actually using this camera and manually exposing different scenes. Using this camera actually taught me a lot about light and how photography actually works. Moving on to the kitchen. Luckily, we have some old videos of what everything looked like before. So towards the end of the video, I'm going to show you the before and after so you can see how amazingly we transformed this place. We put in terrazzo everywhere. We had wooden doors made. Oh yeah, we had a mouse in there before, so she likes to point that out to everyone who comes over. Shh, don't tell people. It's a secret. We had this whole kitchen built around the measurements of this oven. After we built the whole kitchen, we realized that the oven inside is not electric, it's gas. So it's almost impossible to set the right temperature in the oven. But because we built the whole kitchen around the oven, we really can't get a new one because nothing else will fit here. So we kind of screwed ourselves. Moving on to one of my favorite items in the house is soda water. I just can't live without it. I drink it all day. So this was a very good addition. One of my favorite things about this whole room is this huge window here that goes out to the garden. A couple of years ago, we redid the whole garden, which we're going to show you after. We had someone come in. We really thought through the design of the plants and figured out which plants work together. And now the garden is super lush and beautiful. And we have lighting in the evening that points towards the plants. So this becomes like a terrarium. So this huge window is almost like an art piece in itself, and it's just by Mother Nature. This couch we had custom made recently. We made it extra deep. There's a special reason for why it's so comfortable, which is the upgrade that I mentioned earlier that I'm going to show you later when it gets dark out. But this couch is a perfect place to hang out. It's super comfy, and we kind of made this hangout spot the centerpiece of the living room. Behind here we made the play area. Naya's a huge fan of Moana. This is the little play area. Down here we got a couple of editions of Catan. Any Catan players out there? Holla! Okay. And here we got a beautiful painting. Tina Turner, classic. Up here we have our collection of motorbike helmets. Helmets in Bali are kind of like pens in high school. No one really knows who buys them, but you just end up with a huge collection of them. Here we kind of have a second living room. This is a TV room. This place used to be really crappy when I met Jen. We have a beautiful couch here that we had custom made. That's a cool thing in Bali is that you can have everything custom made. So whatever measurements you want, whatever colors, fabrics, everything, you can have it made and it's not too expensive. Here's a painting that my mom painted and sent us from Norway. So that's pretty cool to have here. Here we have some photos of us from our old, this is when Jen was pregnant with Naya. Here we have my family in Norway, Thanksgiving in Bali, and Jen and I in Ijen in Java. This is Hugo. He's one of our housemates. Look at that fur. He's a wonderful cat and he's very patient, which is good because someone is really pushing his patience around here. Here, play. Here's our bedroom, or actually it used to be our bedroom, but now Koji has taken over. This bed is so incredibly comfortable, but now I'm sleeping down in my dorm room most days. Here, over the bed, we have another print, which is a painting that my mom painted, that we also had sent over from Norway. Here we have all our crap that I guess we don't really need to show. Ja, vi skal gå til Nayas rom etterpå. Ok? Først skal vi vise rommet til mamma og pappa, og så går vi til Nayas rom etterpå. Yeah. Here we have a walk-in closet. Wait 1 second. We have a walk-in closet. It's could have been more organized, but this is it. We have way too much clothes. This bathroom is This bathroom we also completely renovated, even though you probably wouldn't think that now. It's been a couple of years. We used to love this design when we made it. I think it's okay now. A bit over it. And now Jen's taken over because we are going to see her personal creation.
And this used to be our office together, actually.
Yeah.
But now it's Naya's room, soon to be Naya and Koji's room.
Let's open up. We are back. We had to kick Naya out. It was impossible to film with her. So Jen, what have you done with this room?
Okay, so the room was all white walls. I added in the scalloped gray paint all along all the walls. We added the bookshelves here. Naya's huge on books, so we figured to have it at her height. And then the closet fits clothes for 3 people. Naya's, Koji's, mine. And of course, all my other stuff. And a nice little Christmas tree.
And the Christmas tree box. Okay, let's check out the bathroom, because we completely renovated this bathroom.
Yeah, the bathroom's completely renovated. Added some nice little shelves here. And our special little portrait from
our engagement. There we are.
Before, this was Naya's room. This is actually our office.
Yeah, and the room was so plain.
Yeah, there was just no decor and nothing whatsoever. And yeah, that's Naya's room.
Okay, let's head downstairs again. Yeah, and I almost don't want to tell how much we're paying for this place, so should I tell them?
Yes, tell them!
Okay, so we've had this villa for 8 years. When we got it, it was a very different standard than it is now. And I locked it in for 20 years. So actually we're only paying $4,700 a year, which is $390 a month. And that's pretty much what you would pay for like a toilet in Oslo, where I'm from, or New York, or almost anywhere else in the world. But don't come to Bali and expect to find these kind of prices, because as I said, I had this villa since 2014. We put a lot of work into it, and we took a long-term lease, which also is advantageous for the price. Now these days, if you want to find this kind of standard villa, same size, same area in Bali, you would probably pay about 4 times as much as we're paying here. Yeah, so this is our garden. We completely redid it. Here's an old clip of what it used to look like. And as you can see, there was almost nothing there. Jen took all the plants out, had someone come in and design it properly and replant everything. I think that was 3 years ago. And has grown a lot since then. That's both a blessing and a curse in Bali, that things grow so fast, because you can make your garden very, very lush very quickly, but also things get overgrown really quickly, and because they're all stretching for the light, a lot of these plants end up being so tall that all the leaves are all the way up and then nothing is covering the wall in the end. We're very happy with what the garden looks like now. We don't have a lot of outdoor space, but at least it's nice to look at. Now that you've seen the whole house, I think it's time that we show you some of the before pictures. show you something that actually no guests here get to see. But sometimes when you do things in Indonesia, people like to cut corners. And if you come and look down here and look up under, you can see that they never finished anything under. The way they get away with it is that they hope that I won't check. And they were right, I didn't check until they left. And now it looks like that. And we have the same thing over here actually.
Yeah, oof, look at that. Nice.
Yeah, you can see that in the shelves here too. They never did the finishing under here because who's looking, right?
We sure didn't.
Another thing that's really funny that they did is this whole slab of terrazzo that goes all the way through. When they were finished working here, they had these electrical outputs were on the outside of the terrazzo, but turns out that they hadn't even connected it to anything. They just took the actual outlets and just screwed it into the terrazzo. It wasn't plugged into anything. So I called the workers and I said, hey guys, you gotta come back because they're not working. So they came back and I showed them that this one wasn't working. So they came and they fixed this one and then they left. But then we figured out that none of them are working, but they only fixed that one that I asked for. So you have to ask them to come back again. So that's pretty much the story of this renovation. Unfortunately, that's often how it is when you do things here in Indonesia. It's hard to find who are the really good people to work with. I told you guys earlier I was going to show you one of the biggest upgrades we made to the place, but I can only show you that in the evening. So let's jump to the evening. So it's dark out, so now we're going to show you our favorite features of the house. One of our biggest life upgrades is we got a home cinema. It's actually a smart TV, so we have Netflix and YouTube and everything on here. So that's the end of our house tour. Now that the kids are sleeping, now we're gonna chill, watch Handmaid's Tale and relax before we go to bed. So thanks for watching and see you next time.